Tree removal cost guide. So let's start with the obvious, a small tree. So a small tree would be something classified between 5 and 15 feet tall. So probably with this price range, we're talking more 10 to 15 feet. So a small tree, fairly small trunk, no larger than 6 inches. You'd be looking about $200 to $500. That'd be a tree with fairly easy access, maybe front yard, or if you've got rear access. If it's tucked in behind a shed, close to a fence, and it's a really difficult removal, they might tack a little bit more on, but it should be within that range. So this is what a smaller tree would look like. You can see there it's well, this one's probably about 15 foot, 16 feet high. And they should be able to knock that over in an hour and a half, 2 hours max. The next one would be a medium tree, so anything maybe 15 to 25 foot tall. So you'd be looking anything from $500 to $900 for complete removal. You might get charged a little bit more if you're looking to remove the stump. And again, if it is a really difficult removal, if you've got no rear access and it's tucked right down the back corner of your yard, a steep slope, it's obviously a pretty exaggerated circumstance, but it does happen and they might charge you more. Basically, time is money, so the easier it is to knock over. For example, if it's in your front yard, they can just cut it at the base, fill it, cut it up, and throw it through their mulching machine. It's really not going to cost you that much, so it does depend on the location of the tree and the ease of removal. So this would be a medium tree. This one's probably getting up closer to $1,000, maybe a little bit more, just because the access isn't the greatest. Some of that they'll be able to lop straight onto the street and into the truck and swing it out. Arborists climb up trees and they've got ropes that they can swing all the branches out one by one. So yeah, look, they'd be able to knock that over in maybe 3 hours, woe to go, that have that gone. So yeah, this particular tree somewhere around the $1,000 mark. Next one would be a large tree, 30 feet to 60 feet. $900 is probably a low price, but you do get, the reason why we put the lower end of the spectrum in there is you do get like a pencil pine that's 30 feet tall. But again, if it can be cut over at the base and thrown straight in the back of the machine, it'd probably actually be cheaper than $900. So we're kind of encaptivating all trees in this price range. So $900 to $2,500 would probably be a reasonable range. Obviously, there are more extreme circumstances either side of that range, but we're talking an average here. So this would be a good example. This one's pretty clear. They could just fill it straight onto the drive or into the paddock and pull it into the chipper. If a company's got a crane or a decent sized chipper, this wouldn't take more than an hour or two to complete. But just the size that to complete it that fast, they would need bigger equipment. So this particular tree, you're probably looking at about maybe $1,500. And then we get into the monsters, 60 foot and over. You could pay anywhere from $2,500 to $4,500. I know myself, I have charged more than that for tree removals, up closer to $6,500 for an absolute Goliath of a tree. The trunk had a diameter of was about 12 foot, so you're talking a really big tree to get that, for it to cost that. But you can have really tall skinny ones that still do take time to get down in a safe manner. You might need a crane. Again, it depends on the location of the tree on your property, but $2,500 to $4,500 is a good average range. And this is probably what one would look like. This would probably be a 60-70 foot eucalyptus tree in between two houses. You can't really see there, but it's right next to a driveway and the access isn't too bad. And that would have to be dismantled one branch at a time, whether it's with a crane or just lowering the branches. So that is it for this video. You will get more information, more detailed information on our tree removal cost guide page. How much does it cost to remove a tree? and we get into a lot more examples. But look, if you did want the best way to find out what it's going to cost is just get some free quotes, get some free estimates. We do have some articles on how to save. You can't just ring up anyone and expect a good price. Things like if you go straight to the top of Google, they're all paid results. Even people on the front page pay a lot of money to get their pages organically ranking on the front page. Same with the top of yellow pages. So there's a lot to do with saving money on tree removal. So we've got a lot of information on the site. So go to gotreequotes.com and you'll see that information there. Okay, that's it from me. This is Ben.